What's going on, guys? Joe here, back with another epic video. Today, guys, I'm going to be going through and showing you guys how to use the Six Samurai deck going first in 2020. What we're going to do basically is I'm going to show you guys just what you would do basically going through your first turn, the motions you go through, the combos and things like that. Just kind of explaining my moves and things like that, guys, just so you guys could see how to use the deck. Maybe if you're not too familiar with it, or maybe you're just thinking about getting back into the game, or you just got back into the game and you're confused about the link summon and stuff like that. So you guys will see me do a lot of link summons, and so hopefully that'll help you out if maybe you're still trying to learn how to link summons and how that process works. I'll be doing a lot of those in this video here today. With that being said, make sure you guys smash that like button and you smash that subscribe button as well. Right now, 70% of our viewers are watching the video that are not subscribed to the channel, so please make sure you guys get subscribed if you're loving the content that I'm putting out. Trying the best I do to put out videos daily, like this, whether it's deck profiles or test hands like we're kind of doing today, and some combo moves. We'll go through that, of course, but I'll put out a lot of different stuff here on the channel. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and kind of dive in, kind of shuffle a little bit more. Well, alrighty, guys. Alright, let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well, that's an insane hand. It's rare that I draw Gateway in my turn going first, guys. So what I would do first here, guys, is I would activate Reinforcement of the Army. That way, in case, right, and we're going to pretend in this situation our opponent doesn't have anything, but right, in the real environment, there's a good chance that, of course, they do. I usually try and do stuff like this first. I'm fine with the monsters we have in our hand, of course, but just trying to ash bait them or anything like that they may have to negate it. A lot of the times, they're going to negate this because this is Glass basically going to pull anything out of the deck that we need at the moment. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I think what we'll actually do is we're going to go ahead and go for one of our other combos. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull, guys, one of the Kaizens. Alright, so then what we'll do, guys, is we'll activate good old, try and move it up where you guys can see it. I'll put it over to there we go, that's good. No glare there. I'll put the graveyard over there to the side. And the deck's still on camera, good deal. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, guys, is we're going to normal summon good old Zanji. Gateway gets 2 counters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to special summon our Kaizen. And it will get another 2 counters. So now we've got 4. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, is go ahead and just play the other Kaizen. I'm going to do something different that I normally don't do with this deck this early, but since I already drew the cards perfect to do it, I'm probably just going to go ahead and do, let's see how many counters we got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. We got 6. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and remove, let's not actually do that yet. So let's actually go, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm actually going to, let's not do that quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take both of the Kaizens, and then what we're going to do is we're going to link the Kaizens off into the classic Isolde. So I'm going to go ahead and use Isolde's effect, guys. Let me kind of move her down so you guys can see her. I'll do the best I can to try and make the boards work. Looks like it's somewhat makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and use both effects while I'm in the deck, guys. So I'm going to use it to add Kaigeki to my hand. So that's our hand over there. I'm going to also use it to send one of our living fossils from the deck to the graveyard to special summon Fuma, which will give us another 2 counters. Then what I'm going to do, guys, is then we're going to go into next. We'll link again. When you guys link, you send the monsters you're linking to the graveyard, as you notice that I'm doing. If that makes sense, if you haven't had, if you've just getting still used to or new to link summons. If you guys have any questions about link summons or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. So now we're going to play our Battle Shogun. His effect activates now, guys. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to discard the Kaigeki we just added to the graveyard. Now we can have one of the cards that gets the counters. I'm going to go ahead and pull good old Dojo. We're going to activate said Dojo. Alrighty. And let's see. We didn't put any counters on here when we played him. So we need 2 more counters. Alright guys, so now we can basically just go from here and just start doing a lot of our combos. With what I already have Zanji on the field, I'm actually gonna go ahead and do one of my earlier moves more than normal. So let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and send let's see, we have what, 4, and we have enough for 4, just so it's right where it's not an actual game, just to speed things up, guys. I'm gonna remove 8 counters. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the 3rd one from the deck to our hand. Is it literally the next card? Alright, and then we'll pull one of the ones from the graveyard back to our hand, guys. Then I'm just going to go ahead and special summon them both, right? And then I'll get 4, we'll get the counters back from that. So he'll get a counter anytime the one special summon guys with the arrows. So in this case, Zanji's already taken that spot, so Zanji wouldn't count. But I played Kaizen in that zone, so he gets a counter due to that. Dojo gets would get 2 counters because 2 of them were just summoned, and then now Gateway would get 4 counters for both of them being 2 for each one. So then what we can do, guys, is then I can go ahead and remove the 4 that we just got back to pull the other Kaizen. We'll just special summon him to the field. You guys can see him there. And then we'll get 1 counter, 2 counters. Alright, and then what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and seed summon. I'll put him over here. Because it'll be a while probably before we go through, since I'm going through stuff a little bit quicker than normal. Usually I wouldn't get to this more towards the end of the combo, where so it's weird doing this first. Usually you would do this. If you've watched any of my other videos, guys, I'll link the one that I did with the previous deck build, because the deck build's almost exactly the same. I'll link those down below if you guys want to watch them and some of my other videos doing this. But now we're going to use his effect, guys, our Primac effect. What I can do is I can send all 4 of them to the graveyard, and then what I can do is I can add a spell or trap card from my deck to my hand. What I'm going to do here, in this case, I'm going to add the field spell, because this is what's going to help us really make this combo. I'll move it a little so it's in focus. Really kind of help us complete this combo, because in everything that we go through doing forward to bring out our special summons and stuff like that, we're just going to keep getting extra counters and counters on this, and our opponent's monsters is going to keep losing. Attack points. I'm trying to get where it's not. Where you guys can see the Dojo, but the glare is awful. See if I can move the deck, maybe. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, there we go. And you guys can still see Gateway. But yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we got that out, guys. So now what we can do... Alright, so what we want to try and we want to go ahead and go for... Let's see what we want to do next. Names. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I think what we'll do, guys, let's go ahead and go. We'll go ahead and remove 1 counter. I'll get rid of some of these because we got a lot. So we'll get rid of 2 counters off there, making 3. Another one making 4. And we'll add back one of the Kaizens, guys. Then I will special summon Kaizen. So now our field spell is going to get a counter. Our Dojo is going to get a counter. And Gateway is going to get 2 counters. So now at this point we can pretty much do what we want, guys. Gateway gets 2 every time we summon. Dojo gets 1, making 3, and Temple gets making 4. So whatever we do now, it's really the best part of this deck is once you get to this point where you're going to hit at least constantly for them, no matter where they're summoned at, I can basically do whatever I want unless I mess up the board. So I just want to make sure I took the time to break that down and explain that in this particular video, so I don't have to worry about putting it where they point to. But we also did, so he'll get a counter to you. So yeah, guys. So now, anytime I play anyone gets 4, or if I do one where it's got the arrows, I'll get 5 for that one being special summoned. So, yup. Alright, so let's do this. We want to... Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do the other one again, guys. So we'll go ahead and remove the counter. 3 of these guys. Bring back the other Kaizen and the other zone, so he'll get his counter back. That'll get a counter. That'll get a counter. This will get 2 counters. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to link away again, guys. I'm going to send both of them back to the graveyard. Now we're going to go into... I'll play them there because it's easier to see. And then now we're going to get more counters, so he'll get a counter. That'll get a counter, that'll get a counter, and that will get... Gateway will get 2 counters. And then we're just going to keep going through this, guys. So I'm going to remove 2. I'll try and speed up a little bit so the video is not too long, so that's 4 counters. We'll add back him. We'll replay him in the other zone that's open. Right, so he'll get a counter again, that'll get a counter again, that'll get a counter again. And Gateway will get 2 counters. Alright, so then we're going to do the same thing again, guys. We're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 counters. And now I'm going to add, let's add this time, I'm going to add Grandmaster from the deck to our hand. Then I'll go ahead and special summon him. Alright, so Field Spell gets 1, Dojo gets 1, and Gateway gets 2. Alright, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we have 4 different cards now, guys. So now what we can do is I'm just going to go ahead and link, and we're going to send all 4 of them to the graveyard. Because I just wanted to go ahead and clear the board. And now we're going to bring out good old Saryuja next. Let me shuffle the deck really quickly, since we're going to draw. So let me do that real quick, guys. So shuffle. And then, of course, I'll cut. Alright, so we get to draw 4 cards, guys. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, see, the only one we really need is basically the United. And I can pull that back. So what we'll actually do is I'll put Mizuho back in the deck, right, because we can pull her anytime we want, right, guys? And what I'm going to do is use that to keep both Uniteds. So I'm going to keep both Uniteds. These 3 cards are going to go back at the bottom of my deck in any order. I really don't care about the order, so it doesn't really matter to us. And then we're just going to activate both of them, guys. So this is insane now. So now we've... That's horrible glare. I'll put them over here. Obviously, you guys kind of... I know the board's kind of messed up, but it's the best way to do it. Apologize for the glare in advance. So now, guys, we get anytime that we summon now just 1 to the field. So we're getting 2, 4, 5, 6. So anytime I summon a 6 Samurai, now we're getting 6 counters. So we can even better do what we want, and we can draw some stuff towards the end of this. So, yup. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some other moves so we can bring out... let's try and go more for our end board at this point, guys. I apologize for it taking so long, but I just want to make sure I'm breaking stuff down. It's a very interesting board that, we've went through. That it's rare that I'm able to do the start out. Usually it's more midway that I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing. So let's go ahead, and with that being said, let's go ahead and remove 4 of these counters. So there's 4 there's 4 counters, guys. We'll remove... I'm going to go ahead and bring back him. And then now we're going to get to distribute 1, 1, 2, and then the others will get 1s as well too. And now what I'm going to do, guys, and this is one of the reasons I have the, which really I could go ahead and kind of do at this point, because we have enough counters at this point. So let's actually go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and play Appolousa, guys. Since we have such an insane board. Usually I would probably still wait at this point. But with the stuff that we have, I'm just going to go ahead and play her. You know what I mean? That and for time purposes, of course. So that, 2 back. And then add back the 1 on these guys. Alright. So we have 4 different monsters, guys. So I'm going to link summon We're going to send all of them to the graveyard. And now I'm going to bring out Appolousa. So now she's got 4 negates. And she's at 3,200. So that's perfect. And we can basically just pretty much run to the other stuff since we have all of these other counters. We can pretty much do... So let's go ahead and let me pull some stuff and get some stuff off of Dojo because Dojo has too many counters. So let's go ahead and we'll remove 3, 4 counters. We're going to add back Kaizen to our hand, guys. There you go. You can still see it. I'm going to go ahead and add more stuff too while we're there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and pull the other Kaizen. Let's see. While we're there, just to speed things up. Alright. Let's see. Well, instead of rolling that back, guys, the mistake I made, I'm just going to go ahead and special summon one of these before I would have done all of that. Would have done the board. So make sure you do that before I made the mistake of not doing that so I could play her. Which I could still do the Dojo and go into all of that, but just to make it quicker, we'll make it simpler, just replay that and add the counters to the other cards before I made that mistake. So no big deal. I'm not going to take the time to go back. So we'll say he's already on the field from doing that. So then what I would do is obviously go ahead and play before I even actually play him. At this point, what I would do is let's go ahead and get rid of 4 counters, guys. So 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, we'll get rid of these because they're going to lose. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and pull back Grandmaster. And let's just get rid of these over here as well. So it's 3, 4. That's 4 gone. And we'll bring back Kaizen this time, guys. Alright, so now what we're going to do is send Dojo to the graveyard, guys. It's got 1 counter left on it, so we're going to send that. Which means I can special summon a level 1 from the deck. So I'm going to use it to bring out our Shen Squire. And this is where basically we can start speeding up, so I'm going to go directly from that. We'll play, because I don't have any on the field, we're going to go for him first, and we'll get some more counters back off of that too. So that'll get a counter, that'll get a counter, that'll get 2 counters, that'll get a counter. And then basically what we're going to do, guys, is just keep doing this. So then I'm just going to keep sending, that's 3, 4, we'll send 4 to the graveyard. I'm going to bring back good old Kaizen, and then we'll get a counter, 2 counters, a counter, a counter. And then what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to remove 6 to use the Gateway's other effect. So it's 3, 4, 5. We'll have to remove 1 over here, unfortunately, for 6. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking something's wrong, but okay, there we go. And then we're going to synchro summon again, guys. This time I'm going to bring out the Naturia beast. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do, let's see. Oh, we still have them in our hand, right? I already pulled them prematurely, that's right. So now I'm going to, let's see what I need to go into for the others, because I need to make a, yeah, so let's go ahead and play. I need to probably do 3, 4, probably the Union Carrier if we're going to go for either one of these guys. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to go for that. So I'll go ahead and play special on both of these guys. We'll go ahead and add the counters. So it'll be 2 over here, be 4 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over there. Alrighty. So then what we're going to do is send both of them back to the graveyard. Then what I'm going to do, guys, then I'm going to bring out my Union Carrier, activate Union Carrier's effect. What I'm going to do is then equip our Shinai. I'm going to equip Shinai to our legendary Shin over here, so now he's a 35, guys. So that'll help out too. Plus with this, it allows me to special summon Yugioh as well now. So that's pretty much what I'm going to start going into, is going into kind of our last final few moves. So I'm going to go ahead and remove 4 counters. So let me remove those 2 and those 2 off those, since those we'll end up losing them if we don't. I'm going to go ahead and pull him, bring him back, and then we'll get our counters on everything. So that'll get a counter. It's Gateway, so Gateway gets 2, and then the Uniteds get 1 each. Alrighty. And then what we're going to do from here, guys, I'm going to remove... what's kind of... Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and remove 3, 4. We'll go ahead and remove 4 from Gateway. And then what I'm going to do is add back... It's at the bottom of the deck, so it's perfect Yugioh. So now I'm going to play... You know, special summon Yugioh. Apologize for the field looking crazy, but I'm trying to get where it's not... You know, the glare is not insane. So then we'll get our counters again, guys. So, right, the field spell gets 1. Gateway gets 2. The Uniteds each get 1 apiece. Let's see. Yeah, I think I messed that up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. That's what meant with the zones being like that. So I messed up already. So what you would have done, I did this in the previous one too. It's why it's always hard. It's easier for me to do on the game, but I do the cards trying to do these videos. I always didn't make a mistake, guys. But what I should have done is gone for like Borreload first, or him first, because once you get to these end boards, it's hard to make the cards that you need to make. Yeah, so I already kind of messed up. I'm not redoing the video, but you guys kind of get the gist of the matter, right? So it's still go our opponent's turn, right? We can negate 4 effects. We can negate 1 of their spell trap. We can negate how many cards we have left in the deck, and their monster loses, you know, the quadrillion attack points that we have over here. Let's just look, and I dropped 1. So that's 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's... Yeah, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 1 would drop 12. So that's 1,200 attack points, guys, that their monster would lose. So I messed up, but you get the gist of the matter. The deck would work. I'll link my other videos where, like my videos where I play online, where I do the move really more correctly. I apologize for messing up in this one, but at least you guys get the you get the idea how the deck works and the flow of it and stuff like that, and how to build the board, which is the whole point of the video. And still, it's not a bad board to have, even though, you know, we're going on to our opponent's turn, because, all right, we still got plenty enough cards to delete, you know, right? At most, they could draw right as 6 spells, right? So, you know, 2, 4, 6. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6 be 3, 4, 5, 6, and we still have all these cards left in the deck. So they can't burn us out of cards. We have more than enough cards to run them out of spells. So any of their spell cards are dead. All their spell cards are dead, so they can't play spells at all, guys. If they have anything like trap, happen to have a trap that they can play or anything like that from the hand, or even set to try and stop us when we go for game next turn, we can negate that. We can negate up to 4 monster effects. So still not a bad board to end on. And they also lose 1,200 attack. So meaning they would need at least a 2,900 monster to kill Yugioh, which is our weak, one of our weakest other than Union Carrier. But like if they're going to try and take out, which of course what they're going to try and use to take out first is Naturia Beast. By attack, guys, they're going to need something that's a 30, you know, at least a 35. So they're going to have to get a 35 out on the field without using effects and without using spell cards, which is going to be insanely hard to do, because with 4 negates, you know, that's most of their hand. And anything they make could have, you know, make it try to build a board of that. It's more than enough that gets taken care of. But I apologize for messing up again, guys. I'll link the other videos when I do more of that. I wasn't used to draw such a good, you know, sort of as far as such a, you know, insane hand with that. Usually, like I said, it's very rare that I draw Gateway, and that's probably what's messed me up, because I'm used to not working with it at the start of the match. Oh, but that'll do it for this video, guys. If you guys like this video and other videos I make like this, please make sure you smash the subscribe button. If you haven't yet smashed the like button, make sure you guys smash that as well. I'm sorry you guys like the video. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.